Hello. Good evening to all. This is another part of my Bible series where I read at least 10 chapters of a section of the Bible in order I got off of Instagram, and then I just say my thoughts. However, this video will only have 6 chapters as we are wrapping up Romans, so I'm just going to finish that. And then the next part will have 10 chapters, which will be the book of Psalms. But let's get into the rest of Romans, shall we? So starting with chapter 11 today, it reminds us that God has never rejected his people. Paul makes himself an example stating, "For I myself am an Israelite, a descendant of Abraham, a member of the tribe of Benjamin. God has not rejected his people whom he foreknew." Paul clearly lets the Romans know that God has not rejected him. The chapter goes on to mention how people who are unfaithful still get a chance to find faith and be welcomed into the community, like how branches fall even with so much support from the roots. The roots in this sense is God and his people in Israel. Jewish people are the branches, and those branches who fall are the Gentiles. It is due to their unbelief that they fall. However, those branches who fall still have the chance to be graded in. I don't know how to say it properly. I believe that's it. But basically it means to be saved by faith and have belief in God. Paul reminds the Gentiles to never boast or look down on Jewish people because God is able to welcome them both into his community. This is the same these days with unfaithful people in our lives. Do not look down upon them just because they don't have faith. One day, if they choose to look for the beauty and knowledge of God, then they'll have every right to be welcomed into his kingdom, just like you do. It's going to sound a bit windy because I'm outside, but that's okay. It is what it is. Now, with chapter 12, it strongly states how we all who believe in God are a part of one body with numerous members. However, we all play different roles in this body. Oh my goodness, it's windy. It's very windy. We all play different roles in this body due to the grace given to us. For example, there's the one who teaches in his teachings, the one who exhorts in his exhortation, the one who contributes in generosity, the one who leads with zeal, the one who does acts of mercy with cheerfulness. These all just show how your different gifts from grace give you an entirely new role to play in a part of God. Not only that, but Paul was dropping some hard verses on this Romans thing, because it's like he's just giving verses that's like a mindset that we should all live by, as he tells them that love should be genuine, to only hold on to what is good, and to show that genuine love to the Lord and Spirit as well. It quotes in Romans chapter 12 verses 12 to 13, "Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer, contribute to the needs of the saints, and seek to show hospitality." Goodness gracious. But Paul isn't finished, as he mentions a mindset I believe we all should have. It goes, "Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be hardy, but associate with the loud. Never be wise in your own sight. Repay no one evil for evil, but give thought to do what's honorable in the sight of all." Honestly, the whole verses from 14 to 21, where 21 is my favorite, it goes, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." It's especially good for us these days, as everyone is so obsessed with, "Oh, you did me dirty, so I gotta get back. I gotta get my lick back." But you have to realize that you getting your revenge makes you no better than the person who wronged you. Revenge is never the answer. It's best to forgive, but not forget. And if you can follow this with everything else this section states, then you can have a life with peace. Chapter 13 was a bit simple. It's just a reminder that you should follow the people in charge, the people who have authority. They have that authority because it was instituted by God. Disobeying them isn't the best idea, as well they can carry out God's wrath. My only question is, what if that authority is given to the wrong person? The chapter then reminds us of the commandments. You shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not covenant, and any other commandment are summed up in this word. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. A reminder that love is very powerful, and you should be giving, and that should be given to all. We are all human. We are all children of God. With love, we can properly fulfill his law. Chapter 14 goes on to talk about judgment in a similar way chapter 2 does. Except this judgment is on those who are weak in faith. Regardless, it is not right for you to judge someone, especially because their faith isn't as strong as yours. At the end of the day, they still believe in God, and their actions are still in the name of God, even if they don't match your actions. God has welcomed us all, and at the end of the day, even though I said that already, we live to the Lord, and we die to the Lord. The whole point of the chapter comes down to this verse. At least I believe so. Why do you pass judgment on your brother? Or you, why do you despise your brother? For we will all stand before the judgment seat of God. Chapter 15 builds off of chapter 14, and it mentions how those strong in faith have an obligation to assist those who are weak in it. We should work to please our neighbor, to build them up. This support can bring much encouragement and harmony with another's life in Jesus Christ. And lastly, chapter 16 starts off by naming important people to greet who were close with Jesus and his apostles, such as Mary, Priscilla, and Aquila. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah. And then next it goes on about final instructions, warning us to watch out for people who stray us away from the doctrine, the law of God. That division that they bring is scary, as it can change the whole entire person that you believed you were. Stick by the law, stick by God, and try your best to remove those people from your life. And with that, that's the book of Romans, or Ephesians to the Romans. That's all the chapters. There was only 16. And next time, we'll be jumping into the book of Psalms. So thank you for listening. Sorry this is posted late again. I actually did not have a hard time reading my Bible this week. So it's not that I'm reading last minute. Just I had these notes, and then I just didn't record them now, and I'm recording them today. So yeah, it is what it is. But it's still getting out on Saturday, every Saturday, and I hope you join me for the next part. And yeah, also happy 4th of July. That's today. Yes, happy 4th of July to those who celebrate. And yeah, go explode some fireworks safely. And as always, have a good day, good morning, or good night, and God bless.